Soccer, or football, is the most followed sport on the planet. In fact, it has influenced some of the prominent sports titles in the anime and manga industry. While the sports genre is still making its way to the mainstream media, there's no shortage of quality soccer anime to watch on the big screens. Over the years, many manga and anime have come out that incorporate the spirit of soccer. To ignite the love for the sport once again, we've come up with some of the best football anime to be featured in the Japanese medium. So, without any further ado, let's get started. 10. Night in the Area. The Night in the Area follows the journey of two brothers, Kakeru and Suguru. While Kakeru picks up the job of a manager of an ordinary high school football team, his brother Suguru shines as the ace for the Japanese national team. But an unexpected tragedy changes the fate of the brothers. In order to save Kakeru, his brother's heart is implanted into him. Once Kakeru grasps the full extent of what has happened, he decides to become a soccer player and fulfill his brother's dream of winning the World Cup with Japan. He must finally face the scar that has held him back for so many years. 9. Captain Tsubasa. Captain Tsubasa is a prolific soccer anime first made in the 1980s. The series has gone through many generations and is still one of the most popular sports titles out there. The titular character of the series, Tsubasa Ozora, dreams of only one thing since his childhood: winning the FIFA World Cup with Japan. From an early age, Tsubasa had enough talent to impress everyone around him. But he will need all of his skill and talent in order to stand out from the crowd. In his journey, he encounters not only rivals but also new friends that help him to reach his ultimate dream goal. 8. Giant Killing. Giant Killing takes a different approach to soccer anime as it centers around a club rather than a sole player. Experiencing a long streak of poor performances for several years in the Japanese Professional Football League, East Tokyo United, ETU, hires Takeshi Tatsumi as the manager to try to break the curse that seems to have fallen over the team. However, Tatsumi is hated by the club fans for leaving ETU at the height of his career when he was still a football player. Unfazed by the negative mood that looms over the field, Tatsumi takes on the huge task of getting the club on the right track and bringing glory back to his team once again. 7. Clean Freak. Aoyama-kun. Soccer is a pretty grimy sport, but our main hero, Aoyama, is a clean freak. He is idolized and respected by everyone, but they can only admire him from afar due to his misophobia. His incessant need to be clean at all times often makes him give up on a contact sport like football. But Aoyama doesn't stop playing. As the playmaker for Fujimi High School's soccer club, Aoyama avoids physical contact at all costs and cleanly dribbles toward victory. However, the path to the nationals will not be easy for Fujimi's underdog team. But alongside striker Kaoru Zazen, Aoyama will show everyone that even as a clean freak, there are things he's willing to get dirty for. 6. Inazuma 11. Inazuma 11 is arguably the most popular soccer anime, as it made people fall in love with the sport. The series walks us through the life of Mamoru Endo, a very talented goalkeeper whose school lacks a real soccer club, as the 6 other members don't appear very interested even in training. But as soon as a mysterious forward Goenji moves to Mamoru's town, and the club receives a challenge from the 40-year Football Frontier Championship holder, Tikoku Academy, the young goalkeeper sets out to find and recruit members for his soccer team. 5. Whistle. Greats are born with a simple dream of becoming the best in their profession, and Sho Kazumitsuri is one of its kind. With the aim to become the best soccer player he can possibly be, Sho leaves his old school to join Sakura Jujui High to play soccer at a high level. Since he never got a game at his old school due to his small stature, Sho ups his level of playing and encourages others to try their hardest. He teaches everyone that giving up is never an answer, and together, they fight their way up into the championships, and to their dreams. 4. Hungry Heart. Wild Striker. Another vintage soccer anime following the life of Kano Kayasuke, who loved playing football thanks to his brother's efforts. As the younger brother of Japanese soccer star Sisuke Kano, Kayasuke was always expected to grow as a soccer player at the same pace his brother did, an expectation that proved too difficult to meet. This made him lose interest in the sport, and he decided to never play soccer again. However, Kayasuke's freshman manager soon recognizes his potential and wishes for him to return to the field. With an opportunity to play soccer again, Kayasuke allows himself to reignite the flame to become the best striker in the world. 3. Days. Days is a gem of finding, especially for those who are big critiques of Studio Mappa shows. This football anime from the studio focuses on the personal battle between two boys, Tsukushi and Jin. Tsukushi is a boy with no special talent, and is overlooked by the other people around him. On the other hand, Jin is considered a soccer genius deemed capable of making it at the highest level. But little do they know that their destinies would be linked to each other, as one stormy night Tsukushi meets Jin and they get dragged into the world of soccer. 2. Aoshi, set in the Soccer J-League youth team, this new football anime Aoshi depicts the youth of high school students struggling to become professionals. The story focuses on Ashito Aoi, a young and aspiring soccer player from a backwater town in Japan. His hopes of getting into a high school with a good soccer club are dashed when he causes an incident during a critical match for his team, which results in their loss and elimination from the tournament. Nevertheless, he catches the eye of a coach, who sees potential in him and invites him to come to Tokyo to hone his skills. 1. Blue Lock. Blue Lock is one of the best sports titles to be released in recent years. The story walks us through the life of protagonist Iseiji Yoichi, who aims to become the greatest striker Japan has ever produced. However, he fails to shine in his school football team after a heartbreaking defeat in a local match. Then one day, a confidential football project called Blue Lock invites Iseiji and 299 other strikers from all over Japan to create the best striker in the world. To achieve his dream and make his name in the Japanese football team, Iseiji trains with these novice strikers to reach the pinnacle of his favorite sports. Locked in a dorm, the battle to be the egoist begins here.